Good morning, Houston, and welcome to KHOU 11 Morning News on this Monday, April 3rd. I'm Lauren Talarico. Kim, it's looking good out there right now, but we have rain in the forecast today, and really that's kind of the story for the week, right?
Exactly.
The race for Harris County judge is expected to be a close one. A Houston police officer ended a deadly rampage this morning where 3 people were killed before an HPD officer shot and killed the suspect. House Republican leader Kevin McCarthy is making more concessions as he fights to become House Speaker. Right now, moderator Margaret Brennan joins us live from Washington, D.C. Margaret, good morning to you. What can we expect to hear from him this morning?
Now, a shelter in place means they bring all the kiddos into a safe location. We know so many districts are growing so quickly that some of the classrooms are in those trailers. Not a place you want to be when there's severe weather.
Len, Mia, reporting from Party Central. Back to you.
Oh, it's going to be a party, as Mia likes to say.
And it is dangerously foggy out there, so sit tight at home if you can. This is not your average utility pole. Take a walk with me. It takes several steps to get not even halfway around and look up. It is tall too, and it is plopped right in front of this Montrose home.
What about eggnog? Do you like eggnog?
Oh no, I do not like eggnog.
Lauren.
I like some of the things in eggnog, but you can leave the eggnog out. In fact, since 2019, scores here have improved, and this school is now passing, which is why some of the parents I spoke to today say they are downright confused about the takeover. We want to warn you, the video is graphic. It's hard to watch. You might want to send the kids out of the room for this story. Well, let's head to the roads now, where the I-45 closure has opened up early, so there's some good news for you. A series of gunshots woke up neighbors at an apartment complex in southwest Houston, and by the time Houston firefighters arrived, a 25-year-old man was dead. Kim, so many people looking forward to the events this weekend. How is that forecast shaping up?
And weigh up to 33 pounds. Okay, I know we just told people not to get them, but now I want one.
I was gonna say, but look at how cute they look.
It just goes to show how dangerous these currents can be and how careful you have to be when you're coming out here to go swimming. And our hometown team, U of H, beat Auburn 81-64. Ugochi Iloka joins us now from the University of Houston campus. Take a look at this. One by one, you can see the thief removing items meant to be given to children. Welcome back to KHOU 11 Morning News with me, Lauren Talarico, and meteorologist Kim Castro. Kim, there is nothing spooky about that Halloween forecast.
Absolutely not.
Do you see that building behind me? See how it's tilting? A couple days ago, that was straight, and that's why the people who live here on this property have installed these giant lights to look out onto the field at night. If they see that building collapse, they say they will be leaving quickly. For a lot of people in this area, it is a bad case of deja vu. A few blocks down the road from Holiday Zeta High School, you'll find
So it's just been kind of a pond.
a big pond in this small town that put it in the national headlines in 2008.
It started out in the morning, right?
Ronita and her husband Paul, who live by that water, remember it easily. Seemingly overnight, the ground near what was the Deloche oil and gas waste well began to crack and collapse.
We were able to see on TV this round circles, then it all caved in, and then the edges started going until we have what we have today.
It went from a hole several feet across to a crater that was 900 feet in diameter. It swallowed buildings, vehicles, and trees. Some people,
It scares me.
like Tabitha King, even moved.
We live on a big salt dome where I live, so my husband's not going to take the chance.
At the time, we spoke to an expert, Dr. Carl Norman, about what was happening.
The size of the cavity that collapsed is going to be the size of this hole or larger.
Eventually, the giant sinkhole did stop growing.
People have relaxed a little bit lately. I mean, you see them, I think they're fishing or whatever.
But this past Sunday, it started again. Structures on this old property began tilting. Water now spreading, and nearby residents once again paying attention.
A lot of concern. Then it's been standing still for 15 years, and then now this one. So.
Off camera, the Liberty County Fire Marshal said the sinkhole has grown more than 150 feet in diameter over the past few days. He also said there are still chemicals in these white containers, but they're not sure what's in them. Regardless, they plan to empty them as soon as possible. A geologist is on site, along with the TECQ, the Office of Emergency Management, and other officials. But just like in 2008, there's nothing anyone can do to stop it.
We just have a lot of faith in God too, to know that He's gonna take care of us, and even if we have to make changes.
So far, no evacuation orders are in place, but I'm told that could change. So anybody living in this area needs to be paying attention.
I'm Megan Clanahan.
Today,
I'm Elizabeth Baker.
These women,
Joy Bailey.
all either owners or contributors to the Houston Moms blog,
My name is Vicki Yip.
sat down for a conversation
3 kids.
about their most precious people
12, 10, and 7.
after such a hateful act.
How are you feeling?
When my kids were eating breakfast this morning, I told them what happened, and my kindergartner is really sensitive. And so I was just trying to be really careful, assuring him that, he is safe.
I am angry. This cannot continue to happen.
I move between sadness and anger. This has happened the number of times that it's happened, and we still haven't taken any significant action to keep it from happening.
But prayer and action go hand in hand, man. You can bend your knee and then get up and figure this out. It is enough. Like, I'm sad. I'm thinking about the families because I have a 4th grader. And, every time a picture comes up, like, all I think is that your mommy loves you. I'm literally thinking that.
Was there anything you did differently today?
I definitely looked at my kids differently this morning. I just felt like I slowed down a little bit.
And I'm so glad that we had the storms last night so I could lay next to my kid. In my heart, I just felt so lucky. I felt like I cherished them.
I always try and have I love you be the last thing that I say when I'm walking out of the door. And, my kids always say it back to me. And I think I cherish that even more after yesterday.
The Harris County Sheriff's Office is investigating. We're talking about somebody who spent about 2 hours inside a school before taking off in a loaded school bus.
Yeah, there he is.
Easter Sunday, about 7:45 at night.
He totally made himself at home.
While many were celebrating,
He grabbed a shovel.
surveillance video shows this guy prying TVs off classroom walls and crawling through Silver Star Academy's hallways.
I'm sure he was thinking like smooth criminal, you know?
School employees who didn't want their faces shown say over 2 hours he stole 5 TVs, a laptop, several tablets, and also just hung out.
So he walks into the kitchen to make himself something to eat.
He also watches TV, even goes into the bathroom.
He stays in there for a while.
Finally, at about 10 p.m., he loads up one of the buses and steals it, too.
Pretty scary, especially like seeing it.
Overall, the school says he got away with about $35,000 worth of stuff at first. Luckily, the school bus was recovered this morning, empty in a parking lot about 10 minutes away. But this man, who the Harris County Sheriff's Office says they're looking for, is still out there. If you know who he is, give him a call.
I hope that he gets caught and, he gets what he deserves.
In Channel View, I'm Lauren Talarico, KHOU 11 News.